Inshallah, today I'll be talking about the father of Khalid bin Walid. His name was Walid Ibn Al Mughira. Walid Ibn Al Mughira was one of the few people that were one of the enemies of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But the funny thing is that both his sons would later become Muslims, and Khalid bin Walid being the most famous of them. Before Islam, Walid Ibn Mughira was the richest man in Mecca. It is estimated that at one time he brought camels into Mecca, and 100 camels. It says there was around 100 camels, and when they entered the city and when they exited, the line was so big that it basically encompassed the entire city. So the line started from one end of the city and ended in the other because there was 100 camels. Now, of course, a city back then was a lot smaller than what it is today, but it is to show that he had this much wealth, that he could take care of 100 camels. And he also is known to have financed the cost of rebuilding the Kaaba, and he contributed a certain amount of money to rebuilding the Kaaba with the other tribes. When people were afraid to start the demolition of the Kaaba, Khalid's father, Walid Ibn Mughira, is said to have said, "I will begin the demolition." So he took a pickaxe and went up to it, saying, "Oh Allah, we intend only what is best." And then they demolished the part of the two corners. That night people watched, saying, "We will look out if he is smitten. We won't destroy any more of it, and we'll restore it as it was. But if nothing happens to him, then Allah is pleased, and with that we are doing, and what we're doing is good, and we will demolish him." And so in the morning, Walid returned to the work of the demolition, and then people worked with him until they reached the foundation of Ibrahīm, the foundation that Ibrahīm alayhi salam had built the Kaaba on. So once Islam came into the picture, into the fold, once Islam came, the people, as we know, the people of Mecca, they became enemies of, most of them became enemies of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because he was telling them to come to the right path. He was telling them to believe in monotheism. He was telling them to forsake those things that they had thought were good for them, and come onto the path that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had established for them. And Walid ibn Mughira, being one of those people that did not like what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had to preach, so he became the enemy of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we know the famous story that what happened was when the Quraysh leaders saw that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam refused to withdraw this mission that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had given him, what they did was they started insulting him. And what they did was, the famous story, they said to him, they came in a group and they said to him, they offered him in exchange to be their king and marry as many beautiful women as he liked, as long as he would abandon this mission that he was preaching. To this Muhammad answered, "By Allah, if they put the sun in my right hand and the moon in my left, I would not abandon it." And so what happened was, after realizing that after realizing that Muhammad would not give up, they went to Abu Talib and they told Abu Talib, "Oh Abu Talib, please let us take away your nephew, and we will replace this nephew of yours with another man, and you can adopt him as your son. His name is Umara. He is the strongest and the most handsome young man amongst the Quraysh. So take him, you will have the benefit of his intelligence and support. Adopt him as a son, and give up to us this nephew of yours who has opposed your religion and the religion of your fathers, severed the unity of our people, and mocked our way of life, so that we may kill him. This will be man for man." But Abu Talib, being the uncle, refused. So then Walid ibn Mughira would continue to cause problems for the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There's one story, I cannot remember the verse that was revealed, but the story goes according to the lines of that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was talking to Walid ibn Mughira, and Walid, he was trying to teach him Islam. And so, Walid ibn, they were going back and forth, and this one of the men walking past the Prophet ﷺ saw the Prophet ﷺ talking about Islam, so he came and he sat down to try to listen what the Prophet had to say about Islam. But the Prophet ﷺ got angry with him and told him to go, because he wanted Walid Ibn Mughira to become part of Islam, because he was a big chieftain, and he because this other person was not as famous, not as well known. So the Prophet ﷺ told him, just go away. I want to preach Islam to Walid Ibn Mughira. And so the Prophet so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to the Prophet ﷺ that a person who loves Islam has come to you and wants to learn Islam, you chastise him. But the one that does not want to learn Islam, does not want to understand its teachings, you try to teach him Islam. So do not do this. And so Walid ibn Mughira, it can be seen even in the Quran that Walid ibn Mughira was a man that was stubborn. But we can also see that he was also an honorable man. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not give him did not put him on the right path, and so he died as a non-Muslim. It is said that one last case. It is said about Walid ibn Mughira. We talk about how honorable he was. Walid provided protection to the Muslim Uthman ibn Mazun. When Uthman saw the misery in which the Apostle's companions were living while he lived night and day under Walid's protection, he said, "It is more than I can bear, that I should be perfectly safe under the protection of a polytheist, while my friends are afflicted for God's sake." So he went to Walid and renounced his protection. And so Walid asked him that do not renounce this protection privately, but do it in public. So Uthman went the next day and he renounced the protection of Walid ibn Mughira in public. And what Uthman said was, "I have found him loyal and honorable in his protection, but I don't want to ask anyone but Allah for protection, so I give him back his promise." And so we can see both sides of Walid ibn Mughira. Walid ibn Mughira was a man that hated the Prophet ﷺ, yet he built the Kaaba. Walid ibn Mughira was a man who did not accept Islam, continued to make fun of Islam, but also offered protection to Muslims against the affliction of those who wanted to punish this certain man because he was a Muslim. And so the case follows that people can be good or bad, doesn't matter if they're Muslim or non-Muslim. And in this case, we can see Walid ibn Mughira, he was a non-Muslim, but he did good things and he also did bad things, and Muslims do the same. They do good and bad things. Let us not be like Walid ibn Mughira. Let us practice the teachings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the best of our abilities, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive our sins. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. So we see the case of Walid ibn Mughira. There are several other cases like this in Islam. There is one case where one man he also granted the Prophet ﷺ protection. This man would also, when the Prophet ﷺ was under boycott, and his family was under boycott, send a camel laden with food into the desert, and then the Muslims would grab this camel with the food on it, and they would consume the entire gift that this man would send to the people. And so we have numerous events like this where people who did not become Muslim did in fact help Muslims. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make our lives easy for us by following Islam. Inshallah, you will further see, not in this world, but in the hereafter, that the good deeds that we do today will benefit us in the hereafter. عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون اذكروا الله العظيم يذكركم واشكروه يزدكم واستغفروه يغفر لكم واتقوه يجعل لكم من أمركم مخرجا. Slaves of Allah, Allah commands justice, the doing of good and liberality to kith and kin, and He forbids all shameful deeds and injustice and rebellion. He instructs you that you may remember Allah the Supreme in glory, and He will remember you and be thankful to Him, and He will increase you in bounty. and seek His forgiveness, He will forgive you, and have taqwa of Him. He will make for you a way out of your issues. Aqimus salat.